Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. We are just 1 week out from Christmas, not even a day short. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I am really happy to be here with you this morning, especially because I had some problems this morning. My Facebook account looked like someone was trying to hack it. I got notifications that people in Lagos were trying to log in. And so I went out and changed all of my passwords and everything, and it seems like everything is okay. So that makes me happy, and I'm glad I'm here with you. I was a little worried for a few minutes. I see an eyeball on. That means that someone's watching. So let me just check and make sure I am up and running and I can find me. Usually by the time someone pops on, I can find my video. So let's hope for the best here. Oh yes, I am up and running. Fantastic. That's all I really care about at this point. I just want to be here and spend some time with you guys. Welcome to my Tuesday Coffee and a Card Live. It is another bright and sunny day here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but a little chilly. Hi, Jane. Glad you're watching. When we woke up this morning, it was 20 degrees, and right now I'm not sure, but it's only going to get up to a high of 43. So we're looking at a pretty cold day here. I think I'm going to stay in most of the day if possible. It is Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady, coming to you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 26 years, and I love what I do. I'm here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting, give you tips and tricks. I hope I can share that joy with you, and then I hope I can encourage you to pass that on to others by sending them cards and greetings that might arrive to them when they most need it. You just never know. So that is my goal in life, is to help you learn to love card making and to send those cards. Please be sure to give me a hello in the comments if you're popping on. I love to know you stopped by. If you're watching on the replay, let me know that also. That makes me happy. A lot of people don't get to me while I'm live, but come back on the replay, which is great. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments I receive all day today and through midnight tomorrow, the 20th. And I will give the card away that I'm making today. So leave your comments. I love to hear from you. Let me know how the weather is. How close are you to being ready for Christmas? What are your Christmas plans? Whatever you'd love to share with me, I love to hear from you. A big part of why I do these is to stay connected. I love my Facebook friends. I've made some wonderful Facebook friends through doing these videos, and I share about myself, and I hope that you come back in the comments and share a little bit about yourself. Congratulations to the winner of my last card, Sharon Rowland. She won that Buzzy Bee card we made from the Be Mine Suite last time, and Sharon, that is on its way to you in the mail. Let's see what else I want to tell you. Also, if you can share my video either to your homepage or a crafty group, or even just to a crafty friend, let me know if you do that. That gets me exposure I wouldn't have otherwise, and I really appreciate it. And I will give you a bonus entry for the card if you let me know you did that. I think that's it. We're going to go down to the table, and I have some things I want to share with you, actually quite a few things. So hang on with me as I turn you around and you see my sunshine. And we go down, and I'll make sure I'm in the right place, but I should be. I think that's pretty darn good. All right. So this is me, Maureen Rolfes, the Crazy Stamping Lady. You can find my blog at crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes. You can shop with me at stampinwithmaureen.stampinup.net. If you shop with me in the month of December, please use my December hostess code. It is on the screen right now. You can also always find it at pinned to the top of my Facebook page under the Shop Now tab on my blog, as well as at the bottom of any emails I send out, or you can just text me or email me if you need that code. If your order is over $150 pre-shipping and handling, then don't use that code, because then you will earn some free Hostess rewards, which I love for you to do. Let's move this out of the way. So before I get on to my paperwork here, I should have left that card stuck there. In fact, I'm going to, just so it's a little less distracting, I want to share a few cards with you that I got this week since my last video. This is from my friend Lori. Like I told you last time, she is so faithful in sending cards, and she sent this card out to me. And I got it yesterday, and it just really did make me smile. It's just a reminder card to slow down during this busy time of the year. And I loved that. And I think I need to remember to do that, to just let people know, just slow down, enjoy every moment of life. And Lori, I just love this. Thank you so much for thinking of me. The next card is from my friend Jenny from Prescott, Arizona. Oh, look at this card. How stinking cute is that? Those two little reindeer holding hands and then happy holidays. It is just adorable, and all those little die cut pieces. I love it. Thank you, Jenny. It is so cute. And then I have another card here. This is from my friend Jan in Prescott, Arizona, and her husband Dan. And it's beautiful. She used a little strip of that alcohol technique down here on the side, and then again behind the ornaments. And I really love that idea. What a great way to use that vellum like that. I love the alcohol technique, and I've used it a lot. But this was just a great way to highlight it and keep it on your card and pull that theme through. So thank you, Jan. I love your card. Thank you for thinking of me. And then the last card I have to show today is from my friend Candy, also from Prescott, Arizona. And look at this gorgeous card with all that gold and all that shimmer. I love the Star of Bethlehem. I remember as a kid drawing these all the time because I just love that long, narrow star, just radiant in glory and reminding me of the birth of Jesus. And this is just a beautiful card, Candy. So thank you so much for thinking of me. So that's my cards, guys. That's what I received in the last few days. I always try to share them all because you guys are so talented, and I think they bring inspiration to others, so I like to share my cards. Anyway, upcoming classes. I am starting to hold in-person classes again, January of 2024. It has been a whole year without classes just because of our moving and renting, and I can't wait to start again. My first class is going to be at Shelley's Coffee here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Full details are on my blog, so just go there and check it out if you're interested. I would love to have you join me at this class. It's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to use the Be Mine suite of products. And then I'm also offering an online option for this same class. It'll be in a private Facebook group. It is a paid class. I will send you all the materials you need to make your projects. The projects will vary a little bit from the ones that we make in our in-person class, but they will be similar, but they'll have less stamping because I cannot stamp anything for you. So mostly these projects will just have the sentiment stamped, whereas these will have some other things stamped. That's really the only difference on them. I would love to have you join this class also. I love my online classes. I do my free one, and now I'm going to have a paid one once a month. All the information again is on my blog, crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. So go there and check it out because you can get all the details. There's a lot to go through here, so we're just going to go with leaving it on the blog for now. But I am excited about this. Okay, Countryside Corners bundle. Thank you to the people who purchased this. I've had a couple purchases this week, which really made me happy. This is my bundle for December. All of my proceeds from this bundle will go to support the Doors of Hope Ministry in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I am going to be writing that check here in just a couple days and getting that out in the mail. If anyone orders after that, I'll probably put it on my January check to whatever ministry I know, maybe I'll even write another check. Who knows? But we will be sure to donate that money no matter when you order this set in the month of December. You can find out more about this ministry at opendoorsofhope.org. I think I will be changing my ministry in 24. I usually change it every year, but I haven't decided on a new one yet, so we'll see. If I can't find another one, I'll stick with this one because it's a great ministry that helps to support women, getting them off the street, back with their families after being incarcerated, off of drugs, and so much more. So that is my bundle bonus. Plus, if you order that this month, you will get a tutorial from me full of wonderful ideas on how to use that bundle. So that would be great to have. My free monthly virtual class, my next one will be held on Monday, January 8th, 2024. If you order from me in the month of December using my hostess code, unless your order's over 150, then don't use it. But anything under 150 must use the hostess code to qualify. A $50 order will get you 3 free card kits. $75 will get you 3 free card kits plus a bonus project. And a $100 order will get you 3 free card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of current embellishments. And then we will get together online right here in this Facebook page. This class is open to everyone. You do not have to pay anything. You can come and watch and just enjoy. The kits are as a thank you for your orders. And if you want to see what some of my past cards have been, just go back and search on my free monthly card classes in my videos. You'll see them in there and you can get an idea for what you can get. So this will be coming up again January, but you must order in December with the hostess code if your order's under 150 to get those kits. If it's over 150, you qualify automatically and you do not need to use the hostess code. Then mystery boxes. This is a huge bonus, and guys, I just put all the mystery boxes away from the orders together from the orders I've received. They will go out to you in tomorrow's mail. I have to go to the post office in the morning, drop them off. They are full of fun stuff. So thank you to everyone who's ordered so far. This is a December special as a thank you to get a mystery box. You can order anytime between December 14th and the 31st at midnight, and you will receive a box of mystery products from me. So your order has to be at least $50 to qualify, but anything over $50 will get a mystery box worth at least the value of your order. So far, I'm averaging about $20 to $25 above the value of your order. So that means if you ordered, say, $50 worth of product from me, right on the nose, your mystery box would probably be worth at least $70. That's kind of how it's going, and I have lots of product left. That will come to you separately, directly from me. The mystery box can include anything we've ever sold or made before. So it could be stamp sets, dies, punches, designer series paper, embellishments, ribbons, embossing folders, 3D gift boxes, paper pumpkin kits or partial kits, specialty cards and envelopes, card bases, project life products, paper pumpkin stamp sets, coloring items, handmade tags, gifts, etc., or more. If Stampin' Up! Has ever sold it in the 26 years I've been with them, it could end up in your box, plus some other little bonuses. Who knows what I might throw in there just to make it more fun. But again, you have to order by December 31st, and your order has to be at least $50. This doesn't take away from anything else you earn. So you will still earn the free class, and you will still earn any free tutorials that I normally offer. So this is a bonus for the last part of December for Christmas, and I hope you can take advantage of it. All right, for that, the mini catalog is still going. The annual catalog is still going. We still have a ton of online exclusives and kits, as well as a bunch of stuff on the clearance rack. So all of those things are there for you to place your order in December. But these will be ending January 3rd. This mini catalog will be gone. So make sure you get what you want out of there while it's still available. And then we'll be coming out with the new ones. So I've started to hear from my customers that they've received their new catalogs. I hope a bunch of you have gotten them by now. It is the new mini catalog that runs January through April, and the new celebration catalog that is for January and February. These were sent out to anyone who ordered from me in the last 6 months. So if you placed an order of any kind through me in the last 6 months, these should come to you directly from Stampin' Up! In the mail. If not, and you need them, just drop me an email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I will arrange that you get your catalog. So please let me know. I'm here to do that. They are great, guys. I heard someone say they weren't super impressed, and I thought, oh my gosh, I kind of wish I wasn't super impressed. Honestly and truly, I love, 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 love these catalogs. And to show it, I have ordered a lot already. So there you go. The stuff I'm showing you today is both out of the mini and the celebration catalogs. So stick around and you can see that. Before I go to my next thing, I just want to show you real quick my coffee mug today. Hopefully I can tip it enough on screen. I should have done this when I was still sitting up. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to spill. I'm always afraid I'm going to spill. I don't know if you can see this. It's just a clear glass mug, but it has 3 ornaments on it. If you've been with Stampin' Up! A long time, you might remember when we used to sell the adhesives for on our decorative, like for on windows or whatever. That was what, 10, 12, 15 years ago? These mugs were made then, and they are still gorgeous. I just hand wash them, and those decals have not come off, and I love them, and they get me in the holiday spirit. So just wanted to share that when I take a sip of coffee here, because that helps me with my talking. Okay, well, it just helps me because I love coffee. So I'm going to move these out of the way. Watch for them in the mail if you've ordered from me. Let me know at crazystampinglady@gmail.com if you want them and you haven't ordered from me. So we are not allowed to show you the inside of the mini catalog or the celebration catalog. But if I could, I would show you the page that features this glass mat. So this glass mat, it's actually called the Glass Mat Studio, is going to be the sign-up bonus if you sign up as a demonstrator during celebration. And it is so nice. It is heavy. It's not going to move on my desk. It is got all the grids that I need. So it's got metric measurements and it's got imperial measurements. It's beautifully decorated and has a Stampin' Up! Logo. I don't know if you can see that all on screen, but it is gorgeous. But what makes it studio, or why they're calling it the Glass Mat Studio, is it also comes with this, what is this called? Silicone type little tray. So this is perfect. You can set your stamps on in between if you want. You could stick it up in the corner of your mat. It has a spot here that you could use for mixing paint and water when you're watercoloring. It also fits, let me grab one, I think so. It also fits the little ink spots perfectly. So they would fit right in there like that. It's just got multiple uses. And it's part of this suite. So if you sign up, you not only get the glass mat, you get this little silicone tray, which I love. And once it's on here, guys, it sticks. So it doesn't move around, but it picks up very easily just like that. I'm going to put it out of the way for now. And then the last thing you get, if you get this product studio, is a chamois. Now this chamois is a chamois. That's exactly what it is. It's like the ones your husbands or you use to wash your cards. I hate to stereotype like that. This one's a little damp, so I keep it a little damp just so I can wipe off my mat like that, and it cleans it up beautifully. It will get hard and dry out like a chamois, just like our, let me show you in here. I have the chamois that I use to clean my stamps right here. Well loved. I use it every single day. Once a week, I take it in the bathroom, I run water over it, I wring it out, and I re-wet it, and I put it right back in its case like this. But if you do not do that, it will get hard. Chamois get hard. If that happens, all you have to do is soak it in warm water, and it'll get back to this nice, flexible, beautiful chamois. So this also comes with this studio of products. Now, the hope is that these are going to be sold in the future. We have no guarantees of that. We as demonstrators had to purchase them, and it is a $60 value for this suite. So that is the benefit you would get if you sign up during celebration. So I'm just putting that out there and putting it in your brain. Now the chamois doesn't come in anything. You could store it in one of those clear plastic cases, just like I showed you with my other chamois. But for me, this is what I'll do, and I'll show you. I have one of these little gum containers. This is from Extra Gum, and I love these containers, and I use them for lots of things, but this is my chamois one. And all I do is fold my chamois when it's wet in half, and then I fold it in 2/3 approximately, and then I squish it down into my little gum container. Just like this. You just push it down in there because it's flexible. And then I close it. And this just sits right here on the front of my desk standing up. And when I want to use it and I'm crafting, I take it out and use it. When I'm done, I put it back in here. And once a week, same as with my other chamois, I just go run it underwater, wring it out, fold it up, and put it back in here. And it works great. So those are my tips. This is an introduction to the upcoming incentive for joining Stampin' Up! During celebration. So watch for that. Look for it in your celebration catalog. Like I said, I can't show you the pages yet, but it is in there and it is wonderful so far. I'm just thrilled with it. So, okay, let's show you the card we're making today. Let's get down to some stamping. Here is the card. So here's my envelope with hello, 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 hello. I love it. I love plants. You guys know I love plants. My plants seem to be thriving here in my new house, which is wonderful. I also love the hello. Hello just makes me smile. But these are 2 different stamp sets, so let me show you that. The first one is the hello. So this hello is out of Heartfelt Hellos. This is a stamp set that you can earn with a $50 purchase during celebration, and it will be free to you. And it just has some really cute sentiments. Dad, you're the best. Love you more. Enjoy your day. Hello. Happy Mother's Day. Thinking of you this Easter. Now, I don't know if you have a need for all those sentiments. And I'm going to tell you, I probably will never use Dad, you're the best, because my father and my father-in-law are gone. And my husband is not my dad. So this stamp might never ever be used, but I can guarantee you, I love the Easter one, the Happy Mother's Day, that can go to my daughters. The Enjoy Your Day is general, will be used. The Hello is my favorite. And then Love You More. I say that to my grandkids when I'm leaving sometimes, and it's just going to go on my envelopes now and then as an encouragement when I send them a card. So I loved this, even if I never ever use that one little sentiment. So that is that. We're just using the hello today. And then here is the Planted Paradise stamp set. So this is in the mini catalog. It is a reversible stamp. So that means that you can stamp with either side of each image, either to get a solid image or to get a patterned image, depending upon which size you use. We've had several of these in our catalogs, and I think they confuse people sometimes. I know it took me a while to get used to them, but once I did, I love them. They give you a lot for your money and a lot you can do with them. This set is not shown at 100%. So when you see it in the catalog, it looks small. Here it looks small. These are big images. So let me open this if I can and just grab one to show you. So here is this image, and here, can I get that on something that it shows? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. Look at the size, how much bigger it is than that image. So be aware that these are much larger than what they're showing on here or in the catalog. It's just because there's so many images in here that they've had to show them at a smaller ratio. But it comes with several different pots, several different shadows if you turn them over for the pots, and then all of these amazing leaves and stuff that you're going to use, as well as this adorable little butterfly, which I haven't used yet, but I plan on playing with this week because I think it's so cute with the polka dots. So we're using this to build our little plant scene today. I'm going to set it to the side, and you'll see me use it both ways so you'll understand what I'm talking about using both sides of it. So for our card, I have my envelope. I have a basic white card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of crumb cake that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I ran this through my cut and emboss machine using the Cane Weave 3D folder. This is another favorite, and for me with plants, it is just perfect. It gives you that whole kind of cane weave furniture look, and the whole macrame with plants. I don't know, I just love it with this. So we're going to use that on our card. That cane weave embossing folder is in the annual catalog. Then we have a piece of garden green, which is a perfect green to use when I'm doing plants. Garden green is appropriate. It really is that kind of fresh green look to it. And this garden green layer is 2 7/8 by 4 5/8. It's slightly smaller than the one here, so I'm not going to have quite as much of a border around because I wanted to make it even smaller, and I did that on purpose after I made this one. I like the look a little smaller better. I will put all of these measurements in the description, so you don't have to worry about writing them down if you don't want to, but if you want to play with it before I get the chance to do that, that's the measurements. It has a piece of basic white. This layer is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, and that's going to layer right on to the green. And you can see it's just a little bit smaller, not too much. And then a scrap. This scrap happens to be about 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. It was just a scrap out of my scrap basket that I'm going to use for making my pot. So let's put this card together. I'm going to start by just attaching my cane weave layer to the front of my card base. Make sure that is my front and not my envelope. Yep, I've made that mistake before. So this is that beautiful design. Now on the back it looks different, and there may be a reason to use it. It looks a little more houndstoothy to me on this side, but I like this side. This is the side that you can see that actual cane weave design. So we're going to take our seal and put it on the back, and because I ran it through the embossing folder, and what that does is can make your paper kind of wavy from the texture on it. I usually will go completely around the design with my seal if I've run it through an embossing folder. And look at that, I ran out of seal right at that moment, which I knew I was going to. I just don't like to waste it. So when you start to run out, you're going to get this red little line coming. It looks like I might have a little more. Let's just play it out. I think there is a little more in there. It's just getting to the end, so it might get a little fussy. Let's see if I can use it up. I hate to waste any seal. Okay, and then I will change it out when we need to change it up. If we need to. Maybe this will get me through the whole card. All the way around. And I'm going pretty slow, and that is because seal, if a texture is on your cardstock that is pretty deep like this and the fibers break at all, that seal can catch on those fibers and pull your paper up. It rarely does it, but I find if you go really slow as you're adding it to something that's textured, we have much less of a chance of that happening. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to place this on the front of our card. Trying to center it pretty darn close. There we go. So that is down, and you can see by putting that seal all the way around, my edges aren't wavy like they otherwise might be. So I normally just do corners, but when I have something with texture, I will do it all the way around. The next thing we're going to do is do some stamping. So I'm going to set this aside, grab our layer of white and our small layer, and then because this is photopolymer, I am going to grab my mat. So this is my little mat covered with some paper in case I go off the edge like I did here. And we're going to do some stamping. First thing I'm going to do is just add my little border across the top and the bottom like on my sample here. Now I just liked the way that set off the pot. I think this is actually for like a macrame planter, like a beaded one hanging down from the ceiling and then your pot hanging from it. But I loved the look of it just as a border, and it fit perfectly on this layer of cardstock. So we're just going to add this centered to the bottom here. and turn it around. And I'm using copper clay to stamp this. And I'm going to use it down here again. All right, just like that. So that just became a border. Since I have the copper clay out, at the same time, I'm going to come in here and we're going to stamp our little pot. So I chose this pot, although there's several different kinds in there you could use. And I'm going to ink this up. And we're just going to stamp this onto my scrap because I'm going to fussy cut this in just a little bit. All right, there is our pot also in that copper clay. And then I think we are done with that color. If not, we'll pull it back out. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is stamp my hello. And for that, I'm using the garden green and that great big hello stamp that I fell in love with. Where is my hello? Here it is. Now this one is red rubber, so I wouldn't need the mat under it, but I have it here and it doesn't hurt anything. So I'm just going to stamp right on it anyway. I come and put my hello right above that little beaded border. Oh, I didn't do that very well. Look at that. Error. I'm going to flip it over and we're going to restamp that. It'll only take a second and hopefully I will do better on my next one. So we don't even need the mat and I still messed up. How about that? We're going to just do this one more time. Our little border. Yes, even Stampin' Up! And demonstrators mess up. Probably way more than you know. But the good thing is there are two sides to every piece of cardstock, so we at least have those two chances to get it right. Okay, now let's hope copper clay is done. Hoping you guys are having a great day. How close are you to being ready for the holidays? It looks like I got a little glue on there. I'm pretty close. Pretty darn close. I'm feeling okay about it all. I'm going to use my little eraser here to get that glue off that came on there. So, okay, now we're going to try this one more. I'm going to ink this guy up, make sure he's well inked. And we're going to come and place him right above that border one more time. And this time I'm going to hold it down firmly and just make sure it transfers. And then I got a little ink on there. Okay, guys, the one I'm giving away is probably going to be this one. I don't mind that little ink, whatever it is, that little piece of dab, but I won't give that one away. I will give you the one I made previously. I'm going to grab my envelope and we're going to stamp hello. And I won't push it quite so hard. Live and learn, right? I do find that when I'm switching from photopolymer to red rubber and back, like I am here, that sometimes I do have a little more trouble because the pressure I leave is different and I forget. So it is all okay. It is just a little bitty smooch and it's not going to matter at all. Okay, so there's our envelope with hello, 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 just repeated on there. Let me get rid of this. Actually, I'm going to keep garden green out. I'm going to need it in a minute. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is figure out my placement on this little card for my pot. So let's cut our pot out. I'm just fussy cutting it. This is a really easy fussy cut. Very straight lines, very simple to do. So that part is nice. I love all fussy cutting, but when I can do something like this, it's just so quick and easy that makes me happy. I've been fussy cutting a lot. I found some old designer series paper that had ornaments on it and partial sheets and things like that. So I have been working on fussy cutting them all out. That's been my newest thing in front of the TV at night. So there is our cute little pot. Very simple to cut out. And we're going to place him right about here. Now the reason I'm putting him where I want him, I'm making, it's a male pot. How about that? The reason I'm putting it where I want it is so I can get the placement of my leaves when I stamp them. So let's see, let me grab my leaf and I'm actually going to take my chamois. I had stamped with this earlier. So I'm going to cut, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to clean off this side just to make sure all the ink is off because we're going to stamp with the flat side first. So on these images, like I told you, they're reversible. This side is raised and has the lines. This side is completely flat. So the side that is raised with the lines, I'm putting down toward the block. And the part that's completely flat is what we're going to use to stamp with. And I'm going to grab my soft seafoam. And I'm going to take a pencil here. We're going to make just a tiny little line right across where the top of that pot is, side to side, so I know where to place my leaves in here, okay? So the first one, I'm going to stamp, inking it up with a soft seafoam. And again, this is that flat side. And I'm going to put it so just the bottom of my leaf is right below where that line is that I used. And then I'm going to come in on each side at an angle from that, making sure I'm not going past the edge of my line, because that's where my pot stops and that would look funny. And we're going to place one and I'm trying to see my line, guys. There we go. Just like that. Okay? So there's my first layer of leaves. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to wipe it on my chamois one more just to get the ink off of there. And we're going to flip it around to the other side. Okay? So now as I place this on here, the flat side is against the block and this raised image is facing up to stamp with, and we're going to stamp again. So I'm inking this up this time with Garden Green, and we're going to place some leaves over here, and I'm not going to make them even with the shadows. Now you could if you wanted to, but I want this to look like different layers of this plant in front of each other. So we're going to have this one come off like this, and then one right in the middle like that. Okay, so that's how you use both sides of your stamps to get some different layering and coloring onto your images. The next one we're going to add is I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow ink, and I'm going to grab this cute little, have no idea, type of leaf, kind of a ferny leaf maybe. We're going to ink that up, and I'm just going to add a few of these right in front of those other leaves. I'm just trying to kind of make like a cluster of leaves in a pot. I love when several plant types are planted in a pot and you get all those different variations when you look at it. So that's how I formed the base for all of my little plants there. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my little pot, and we're going to add some dimensionals. And I think I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for this because I'm going to tuck some leaves down inside of this pot in a minute. And I want to keep this center part open. And by using the mini dimensionals, it gives me more room open at the top for this pot. And then I'm going to add a couple more toward the bottom just to secure this onto the card. Just like that. Gorgeous day. I noticed all of my plants, so we've been getting so cold at night. Finally, all of my plants have succumbed. They are dead. They look wintry. So now I'm looking forward to spring when they rejuvenate again. I know that's the cycle, but okay, so we're going to lay this pot, and I'm going to use, when I kind of want to hold it above my card and see my placement, I'm going to use my little tweezers and find exactly where I want to lay it. Now, I'm not worried about that line anymore because it's completely gone. I just want this pot to cover the bottom of all of my leaves and to be above my hello, just like that. Okay, so there's our pot and our leaves. And now we're going to do a few more little leaves. So what I did is I took this tiny little one right here and I just inked it up with the soft seafoam. And using the same scrap of paper, I did 3 of them. And then I fussy cut them. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut again. You just did that, and that can be painful to watch that for too long. I understand. So I did 3 ahead of time and already fussy cut them out, and they are right here. Let's see if I can get them to lay down nicely for me. So they all go the same direction, like this, but I want to change it up just a little bit on my planter. So I'm going to turn this one around, and all it does is it just changes a little bit the way the line goes. The curve of the plant's the same, but the line's a little bit different. So it doesn't really matter, just to make it not look so uniform. And I'm going to flip it over and grab one of my mini dimensionals, just like that. And I'm just putting it on the very bottom. And then I'm going to come in here and we're going to tuck that inside that pot between the dimensionals that are already on there. So I'm just coming and tucking it in, just like that. I want my other plants to show behind, so I'm kind of doing it down in there a little bit. The top part is completely loose, okay? And that gives you all that beautiful dimension on your pot of plants. And I'm going to do one more here. And we're going to come in and tuck this one in, coming over to the side over here. And then the final one is going to be on the bottom of this one, just like that. And we'll put this one right in the middle. Get it between those two and up. And notice, okay, so I have two kind of turned one way and one the other. That's what I was talking about. So they don't look as uniform. They don't look like it's the same leaf, just totally repeating itself. That one is not wanting to stick down. Let me see. Oh, because I have it on top of that other part. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Now it's there. Okay, so that is our 3 little leaves. Now I probably should have put this card together before I added those, but wasn't thinking that through. But it's fine. We can do this. So let me grab this and grab my seal again. And I'm just going to bring my seal on this one across the bottom here and across the top. And then a little bit toward the center here to keep that anchored down. And we're going to layer that onto that garden green layer. And again, it's a little bit thinner on this one. I just made it a little bit smaller layer, 1/8 of an inch rather than 1/4 of an inch. You can do whatever you like when you're making your cards. I just play with them. Usually 1/4 inch works for me, but I wanted this just to have a little border, so I went with the 1/8 of an inch on here. So that is fine. That's how we're going with this one. And then this is going to be added to our card front. Make sure it's opening the right way using dimensionals. And for here, I'll use our regular dimensionals. So let's put some of these down. And when I'm placing dimensionals, and it's going to go through the mail, I try not to place dimensionals behind dimensionals, if that makes sense. So when it goes through the mail and it squishes down, you're not having a double layer together. It just makes it go through the mail better. So I want to put a couple on the center of here, but when I do that, I'm going to feel where my little pot is, and I'm going to put one above that and one below that. And believe me, it does make a difference when you put these in your envelope and you send it through the mail. If they're like that, they go through the mail so much better, through the machines so much better, because it all squishes down to about one level rather than the double dimensional level. So I try to be cautious of that. Sometimes it can't be avoided just because of the design, but usually you can do that. We're going to come in here and I'm going to try to layer this pretty centered on the front of my card. Look at how fresh and clean that looks. If it weren't for that silly little mistake down there, we would be perfect. I was trying to think of what I could do to fix that. I wonder, let's try something. If I don't like it, we won't do it. Let's try. But this is how I do things on the fly sometimes. I'm going to take that scrap where I stamped those little leaves. I'm going to cut one of them out. Right, you got a minute to stay with me and see if this works, right? If it doesn't work, then it will be gone. Okay, we're gonna come down here. These leaves also super simple to fussy cut, which is nice. Just kind of a wavy line is all you're doing. Okay, and I'm gonna just round one end on it just a little bit here so it's not so sharp looking. what would happen if I laid this with a glue dot? Just like that. I like that. We're going to do that. Again, I will give away the other card. This is a little crooked on here, so I'm going to pull up those dimensionals for just a second. Hang with me. Hang with me. Hang with me. Okay, we're going to straighten this out. Because of the cane weave on the background, you can really tell when you're crooked because the lines are there to show it. So we're going to straighten him out a little bit. There we go. Push this all back down. All good. I'm going to take a glue dot and place it right on my pot here, right behind this wider part of this leaf. And we're going to act like this leaf fell off of the plant, fell onto the ground, just like that. And it covers up my boo-boo. So that is my card today. So if you get this from me in the mail, this is the one I'll give away. But if you get this, you will know I covered my boo-boo, right? Okay, so that is that. And then the last thing we want to do is add a few gems to this. So I'm going to come in here and use my Take Your Pick tool and grab a few gems. I'm just going to grab tiny ones for this one. I'm going to take one here, and I also think about this when I'm adding my gems. So I'm going to add a gem up here, and there is no dimensional behind that. So that gives it that little bit of cushion when you're running it through the mail. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, and there is no dimensional behind that. And then down here on the inside portion of my little pot, there's also no dimensionals. So that's where I'm going to add my third one. So I don't always share how I decide where these are going, but if I do have things popped up, I do tend to put my gems between them. Again, when this goes through the machine, it squishes the whole thing pretty flat, and you have less chance of these gems becoming an issue and tearing your envelope. So just something to think about since I have got that on my mind today, I guess, huh? Okay, guys, that is our card. Hello, 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 hello. This is the card we will be, no, it is not. This is the card I will be giving away. Here's the envelope I made today. I forgot to add my little leaves. So let's do that really quickly while we're here, since I have everything still open and in front of me. So what I did is I came in next to that darkest hello with my soft seafoam, and I just added 3 of these leaves going off of the bottom to kind of pull that whole plant theme onto the front of my envelope. There you go. Nice. I like it. So that's my card today, guys. Sorry for my boo-boo, but I think actually it looks pretty cool. I don't mind it at all. And honestly, if you hadn't seen me make it, you probably wouldn't even know why that's there. And that's what I like to do. So this is my hello card. I use tons of hello cards. Sometimes they become hello and then I open it up and I'll put in happy birthday. Sometimes they are just a hello and I catch up with someone. Sometimes they're a thank you and hello, but I love just having that on the front of my cards. I hope you guys liked it too. Again, this is what I'm giving away. Please leave your comments. I love, love, love to hear from you. You have till midnight tomorrow night, the 20th, to do your comments, and I will draw the next morning. And actually, even though I say that, you actually have until I do the drawing. I'll take any comments that are placed until I get around to doing my drawing in the morning. I do plan to be back here on Friday at 10:30, same place, so mark your calendar so you can join me. As always, I would love to be your creative coach and demonstrator. If you have any questions at all or would like a catalog, please feel free to reach out to me. You can comment here because I check every comment, or you can email me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com and I will get back to you. Have an awesome day. Have fun getting ready for the holidays, and I will see you all on Friday. Bye.